I can demo a small thing that shipped earlier this week. I think this is the right Omni window. So we shipped a basically you kind of think of it as a bug fix, but we previously had heat maps that were the same as our Cartesian plots too, and it actually worked for most of the time. There were a handful of cases where it didn't work, where having logic for basically two independent axes, the x-axis and the y-axis are effectively both independent, and the series or the dependent variable is a color. So we shipped a new viz type, basically um, a custom visualization now, and it's going to have it ideally should have the same behavior, but basically lets us be much easier to effectively fix it. So if we want to put this on the y-axis. So for example, for the life of me, we couldn't get the sorting properly done on the y-axis where it actually makes sense. Or we can also now do simple data labels and stuff on the heat map.
Did you see how you immediately got a request to color by and label by different fields after you
Yeah.
shipped this?
Yes, which is good too. And actually we can
The
do.
day that you shipped it.
I can show another simple thing too, where actually I'll switch out of this. We also shipped a new. Let's do. I always have to come up with good examples of stuff, but it's not ideal. We'll do. Oops. An XY plot where we're gonna throw this on the x-axis, this on the y-axis. Maybe I'll limit actually, so this is not going to be horrible. Uh, and we want to throw data labels on here, and we can now, instead of just having the number of the series, we can also just put like the user ID, which is probably not a very good demo, but you can imagine you could put like a username or something so you could see it, or you wouldn't have to color by it and put it in the legend if you
Nice.
didn't want to do that.
And the position controls work here, so like you can move them sort of relative to the
I
point.
I I hope so. Yeah,
Oh,
sort of.
fancy.
I mean
And
that
eventually we can make those intelligent, but yeah, that's
yeah,
amazing.
and exactly like
But
you
like, yeah, even that is like a great starting point.
yeah
Yeah, you could probably just
that
default to above on those and it'd be fine.
yeah that's probably true. Yeah, that's accurate. And then actually maybe I'll show one other like little thing. So this has got let's just put 4 decimals on this field. Oh, I guess weird it didn't come into the label. I wonder why. Not,
You
oh,
have a user ID on the
I'm
label.
labeling the field, not the user ID. I'm an idiot. But so you can see at least the 4 decimals is on this y-axis too. I can't actually show anything for it, but we shipped basically a shortcut that will remove the query model from a given query, which is hopefully users never have to know about it, but it's going to be helpful for us to kind of debug some of the model composition stuff too. So if you hit Shift Alt Meta K, it'll remove the query model and remove the format for it too. So, in particular for kind of folks building for customers or like wanting to debug it might be useful as well.